Yes, I will. Can you hear me, Scott?
I can hear you, Mark, yep.
Scott, congratulations on the appointment of becoming the new AFC Bournemouth manager. What does it mean to you and your family to be in such a prestigious role?
I mean, look, I'm excited about the next challenge, really. And I think me and my staff, what come here, one, very proud to obviously sit in this chair and try and help the football club move forward, really. So a change, but a change I'm looking forward to, and one I'm hoping to be successful.
It feels like this appointment was a long time coming. There was a lot of speculation for many, many weeks about a potential arrival down on the south coast. When did you first have contact with Bournemouth, and how quickly were those negotiations before your initial contact and you became the manager?
Well, the initial conversations were at the end of last season with Fulham, of course, and working out the plan forward, and soon realised that probably both parties it was the right time for both the football club in Fulham and myself to move on and go different ways, really. So I had a fantastic 2 years at Fulham, and one which I was in the first year very successful, and obviously last year the disappointment of relegation. But like I said, was probably the right time to move on. So from that point, once we realised that, then heard of Bournemouth's interest.
From the outside, it looked like quite an interesting move going from an established Premier League club and a much bigger club in Fulham compared to Bournemouth to little old Bournemouth. But this challenge you now take on, does that suggest just what is capable of Bournemouth, the fact that you've left a bigger club and joined Bournemouth?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, for sure it does. And joining a football club here, I feel that for me to be successful, there's certain elements that I want, and of course, while I understand the short-term goals and what they are, there's a long-term goal here that fits to where I need it to be, really. And at this present moment in time in my career, I feel like I'm coming to a football club that the people around it, the vision, the processes what are in place gives myself and gives my staff and the team a chance of being successful, really. And at this present moment in time, that's what's key for me. What's key for me at this present moment in time is no money, no one player. I understand. I've lived around football for a long time, and I think I have some clear ideas on what football clubs need to be successful and have long-term success. And I feel I've come to a place here where I can implement them around people that also understand that as well. So I'm looking forward to this next challenge, and I'm looking forward to try and develop and try and move on as a football club, really.
Have you had the opportunity to speak to the owner, Maxim Demin, and has he given you any assurances over finances and how much he'll back you over the course of the summer to rebuild this Bournemouth side? I've
had a real quick conversation. I'm meeting the owner tomorrow, so that will be more dialogue and a longer conversation. I've spoken to the people next down in Neil Blake and Richard Hughes, and like I said, we there's a process here, there's a plan here, and obviously that's exactly what I wanted to hear and what I want to do, and I'm looking forward to moving forward from that.
Obviously, you've got a family connection with the football club in Harry Arter. How much of an influence did he have on your decision to come to Bournemouth, and what's he said about the club? Because, of course, he kind of made his name for himself at Bournemouth for many, many years. Yeah,
he speaks really highly of the club, and I suppose for me, I'm not coming here blind. I've been around this club while Harry was playing. Certainly, I visited here, watched him play, but of course, nothing but fond memories. And everything he's told me since I've been in here now 8 or 9 days is exactly that. It's the reality. A good football club, good people. From my initial reaction, and a real friendly place as well. So everything he said to me has come true so far.
I think, Mark, you there? You frozen?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. All the best, Scott. Cheers, thank you.
Cheers, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. We'll move on to James Savundra from TalkSport next, please.
Thanks, Anthony. Scott, congratulations on the role.
Thank you, James. Thank you, mate.
Scott, you spoke about you felt at the end of the season like it was the right time to move on personally. Why did you feel like that was the case?
I just feel like it was a next part for me, really, and like I said, like anything in anyone's decision when you part or you leave somewhere where you've been for such a long time, and Fulham as coach 2 years, but as a player as well, and sometime it was the right time. I felt like, and not just for me, it was probably the right time for the football club as well, in terms of Fulham. So. And like I said, for me to move forward, for me to try and be progressive in what I want to do, there's certain elements that obviously I felt like I needed to do, and that's hence why I'm here. So I'm looking forward to that next part.
It was a roller coaster 2 years when you consider the relegations and the promotion. How ready do you feel about taking on a new challenge straight away after investing so much emotionally in your last role?
Yeah, I'm more than ready. I'm ready for the next challenge. I'm excited by it, and with excitement, and it brings energy. And so yeah, look, I invested, me and my staff invested huge amount emotionally and physically to our last job, because that was the challenge what we had in front of us, really. But that energy level and them energy bars have gone right up again since we've come into here in a new environment. What it brings, it gives you that, and anyone can relate to that when you're going into a new environment, a new job, the first day at school. That's the feeling I have here. So we'll be giving everything I can really for us.
And do you feel like you're a better manager having been through what you have been through over the last 2 years, heading into your second full-time role now?
Yeah, of course. Experiences of what I've faced and what I've come up against, good and negative, are only tools what are certainly gonna make me better. I don't suspect that will change when I'm sitting here when I'm a little bit older or longer down the road in my managerial career. I think that would be constant. So I've got experience in this division now, and I've had experience throughout the last couple of years in different moments. So yeah, for sure, I'm a better manager than what I was 2 years ago, for sure.
And how well equipped is this squad to mount a promotion challenge this season? Do you feel like it needs many additions? And how much pressure do you feel to make sure that Bournemouth do get back to the Premier League this season?
Look, we have quality. There's quality in the squad. Of course there is. There's one thing what I realise there is no one name on a team sheet or someone that you feel is the big quality. It's an irrelevance, really. Certainly in this division, what's vitally important is a group of players, a squad of players that are willing to do everything in their powers for the team and for the team to be successful. So that's key for us. So while we have quality, what's more important for me is trying to get a group of men together here that have one aim, and that aim is for us as a football club to be successful and move forward, really. So that's going to be key for us this year. Regarding the squad, it's clear we're going to need some additions. Of course we are. We missed 6 or 7 players from last season, what have left the club. So in terms of the squad, that's light, but I think every football club in this present moment will probably be saying the same thing. Every manager sitting in my position will be saying the same thing, really. So over the next couple of weeks and a few days, that we can try and add some more quality to the squad and keep going from there, really.
And just finally from me, Scott, is there anything you can take from going up with Fulham 2 seasons ago in terms of the key to gaining promotion from the Championship that you can take into this campaign with Bournemouth?
The relentlessness of it. It's a relentless league. It's a league that, like I said to you, that there ain't one outstanding player that can score X amount of goals what you think can get you out of the league. They can't. And what's key is a team, is the work ethic, and everyone understanding exactly what this league's about and what this division's about, really. And that is going to be key. Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday. It's the games come thick and fast. There's no easy game. So yeah, we need to be fully prepared for that one physically, and that's the work we're going to do from now until the first game of the season to really give us a platform to go into a hard season. Tactically, in terms of trying to implement a philosophy here which is new to the players, which I'm going to expect of them, a new way of playing, maybe a clear way, how quick we can pick that up. So there's a lot of facets what you need to get out of this division really, and hopefully we'll try and cover all them bases.
Brilliant, Scott. Thanks for your time. All the best.
Cheers, James. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, James. Logan Lawson from BBC South Today, please.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Logan.
You took training last week, and there was a clip of you speaking to the players before your first session, saying it was going to be 6 weeks of hard work, hard graft. How important is that for you to implement into your team going into the season?
Very important. Yeah, very important. There's one trait you want in a team. That trait is certainly hard work, of course. That's a given, but a relentlessness about us that, you know, we have a mentality about us as a group that never say die, and a real work ethic about us. And then that trying to implement that, or trying to make them inroads into players and make them become habits, is key. And this 6 weeks gives me and my staff good time to be able to change habits, and to change habits becomes repetition, and keep drumming home the same message really, because, you know, one thing you realise as a coach, and when players cross the line, you only have so much influence really, and you know, it's what goes on during the week that you can try and give players a certain a given that, you know, that when they cross a line at 3 o'clock and the whistle goes, they're going to replicate, and it's going to be natural to them to produce what they need to produce in a 90-minute football match really.
You've linked up with your former teammate Gary O'Neill. How helpful has he been in welcoming you to the squad? And obviously he was here last season as well. Yeah,
been very helpful. You know, Gary obviously was here for a short time last year, so can give me some insight and give us some insight. And of course, he's an outstanding coach with a lot of quality. So yeah, it's made it easier that obviously I played with Gary, so I have a relationship there as it is anyway. So that's been helpful.
On Saturday, you announced that Emiliano Marcondes was the first signing of your Bournemouth reign. Is he someone you've had your eye on, and how excited are you to manage him?
I'm really excited. Yeah, he's a big signing for us. Very good signing. Emiliano was obviously a free transfer, and a lot of clubs were in for him. For us to get his signature has been a big coup for us, really. So I'm looking forward to him. He's been a bit of a nemesis to me. I remember last time I was around him, I think he scored one and set up one. So yeah, look, he's got quality, and I have no doubt that the fans and the people here will see that in this season coming up.
I'm sure there'll be interest in a number of your players. Is that a concern for you going into the season, or are you quite confident you can build a squad around the team that you have so far? Yeah, I'm confident I can build a squad. And,
look, I wouldn't want any player here that didn't want to be here. And of course, I also understand that you have big quality players that other football clubs are looking at and may want to take. I get that. I think, like I said earlier in this interview, that the most important thing is for me to have people here, want to be here, people here that want to improve and get better, and obviously be successful with what we want to do this year, really.
And just finally, for me, it's been a big time of change for the club. A lot of staff coming in and out. How confident are you that you can offer that stability that maybe wasn't there last season?
Really confident. And that's hence why the decision I've come here. So, like I said, short term I understand it, but also sitting in my position long term and a vision of where you want to take the club comes from stability, and comes from the confidence of knowing that you're supported and obviously in them decisions, really. So along any journey and any road, success or failure, there's bumps, and you need to be strong in the people around you and understand that the road and where you're going, really. So I'm hoping that will be the case for us, really, to build something here.
Cheers, Scott. Thank you.
Cheers, Logan. Thank you.
Thanks, Logan. Sonia Twig from PA, please.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Sonia. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What was it about Bournemouth that enticed you away from?
The people, really. The people, and how it was how it was sold, and in terms of the vision and where we want to go and what we want to build, really. And I think that was the key part. So that's what brought me here, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to working with the people what I'm talking about, working closely, building them relationships, and yeah, that was the main thing, Sonia.
Was it important to get it done early? I know we spoke a lot last season about how you had such a short turnaround between the playoff final and the start of the season. So was it something that you really wanted to get done to have as much time to work with the players as possible?
Yeah, definitely. I think any manager stepping in, you want as much time as you can. And like I said, I think once it was clear that myself and Fulham's football club were probably gonna kind of part, it was always, when Bournemouth showed their interest, it's always good to try and get it done as quick as you can and get in and work with the players. So to give me 6 weeks pre-season, 6 weeks of trying to implement or give the players some idea of how we go about it, how I work, what I expect of them, some of the non-negotiables, and certainly in terms of tactical side of how we want to play this year. So yeah.
And there's the Craven Cottage scheduled for December the 4th. What reception do you think you'll receive on your return?
I'm not sure, Sonia. I had a fantastic time at Fulham. Very, very proud to lead the club. So yeah, look, I have nothing but admiration, and what I can say is every day I went into that football club as a player or as a coach, I literally give every bit of me to the club to try and be successful. And I'd like to think I did that, really. I'd like to think, I know I leave the football club in a good place. I understand that people may point a finger and say, well, you got relegated last year, but like I keep saying, there's something more deeper, there's something more bigger than just a win of a league or a relegation, really. And when you're at a football club, the heart and soul of it is more deeper than just a win or a loss, really. So like I said, I like to think I leave the football club in a good place, really. So I couldn't tell you what reception I will get, but yeah, what I do know is that I'm immensely proud of being manager there and what I did there, really.
Thank you, Scott.
Cheers, Sonia. Thank you.
Thanks, Sonia. And Nicholas from Stats Perform, please.
Hi. On a slightly different notes, have you been following the Euros at all? And what do you make of England so far? Obviously, not losing yet and not conceding any goals either.
Yeah, I've been following it. Yeah, look, been a very good tournament for us as a nation. Like you said, not concede a goal at this point in the competition is pretty good, to be honest with you, Pete. So yeah, look, we're at the final part now of the tournament, semi-finals. So hopefully we can go another step now and get to the final, and then at that point it's a shootout, one-off game. And so yeah, look, I think the squad and Gareth have done an incredible job, not just in this tournament, but I think people have seen that over the last however many years Gareth has been involved. A squad that's been developed, a squad that's moved forward in the right direction, really. So it doesn't surprise me where they are, but yeah, they've had a good tournament today.
And do you back them to go all the way, or do you think Italy or whoever comes out of that side of the bracket will be favourites?
No. I back them to go all the way. To be honest with you, yeah, I don't see why not. I see a strong squad here. Everything suggests wins, goals, none conceded. Everything that you want at this present moment in time is looking good. Of course, knockout football now, and any one game, anything can happen, but certainly we're in a good position.